Now you have encountered a particular individual, and then all of a sudden after that encounter, your energy is gone. You feel weak, you can't get out of bed, you don't have any power left in you for the day. And on the other hand, that particular guy or individual that you have encountered is feeling nice, energetic, happy, vibrant, and you just don't know exactly what has happened. Now, there is a very big chance you have encountered an energy vampire. And in this video, I'm going to bring to you guys the 11 signs that you are dealing or you have dealt with an energy vampire. Let's go. Good morning, everyone. Good evening and good afternoon to viewers from all walks of life. This is Denzamos, and you're welcome to the channel of truth, enlightenment, freedom, and the channel of breaking empaths free. If you are new on this channel, I talk about narcissism and narcissistic abuse. I talk about spirituality, and I talk about personal and self-growth. And if any of that resonates with you, I invite you guys to join us, give us a like, share the video with friends, and you may subscribe if you haven't already. And for those that have always been with us, you are welcome back, and I thank you for your love and support. When we talk about energy vampires, basically, we're talking about toxic individuals of every shape and form. These could be narcissists, this could be psychopaths, this could be sociopaths, this could be so many categories of toxic individuals, because I've told you guys it has got nothing to do with the individual. The individual is simply the vessel. But most of the times, these individuals, they are attached and they are entangled with particular spirits, which those spirits actually, they are sucking out people's energy wherever they find them. So most of the times, you will also recognize that those individuals, they like to entangle with empaths. So those are the empaths who have a lot to give. They have got a lot to offer. They have got very nice and beautiful energy with them. So they will usually entangle with those kind of individuals. And for you, being with them is also their survival. So their survival depends on entangling with very beautiful people. People who can feed them with whatever it is you've got to offer. Energy can come in so many ways. It can come in money. It can come in. It can come in ways of sex. It can come in as money. It can come in as validation. It can come in as all things that you do that are going to help another individual feel some kind of a way. Especially we're talking about those kind of empty vessels. Now, in this video, I'm going to help you to give you these signs. There are about 11 of them. They are going to help you to build your discernment so that in the future, whenever those individuals come across your life or you come across them, either way, you're going to be able to protect yourself. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to give you a little bit of the hints that you can use, the clues you can use as a person who is trying to defend yourself and protect yourself from these so-called energy vampires. Without further ado, I'll jump into the 11 signs that you're dealing with an energy vampire. Sign number 1. Those individuals, they live for validation. So they are seeking validation wherever they get it. You will see an energy vampire, probably you meet them online, maybe sometimes they're the people that you know. You will notice that each and everything that they do, they have got to make sure that they are getting a positive feedback from the people around them. So they are not willingly doing things for themselves. They are simply doing things for other people. You know what I mean? So they do things so that they can get some kind of a reaction from other people. So they want somebody to validate them. So for example, you could be dealing with an energy vampire who is like, they are going to get out of their houses and they are going to make sure that they have picked out the best outfit. Now, they are not wearing that outfit for themselves. They are wearing that outfit because they know that there's people who out there who are going to validate them. So they are going to see the things that they're wearing. Oh, what a beautiful coat, what a beautiful shoe, what a beautiful car you're driving, those kind of things. So they are only doing things for validation. So sometimes when you see them online, they are only putting out posts. You know, you will see them, sometimes they will put out pictures, you know what I mean? You guys have heard about these digital narcissists. So sometimes you will see them putting out pictures because they want everybody to see their body, what their body really looks like. You know what I mean? Their breasts, they're exposing most of the times those hidden parts of their body. They are bringing out to the surface for everybody to see because they are feeding off of that validation. They like it when the people see them and they are making all these comments and beautiful comments about the way their bum shapes or their bum looks or the way their breasts are or things like that. Or whatever it is they have got going on with their body. Maybe people have been doing the gym or things like that. They want everybody to come around and see the muscles that they've accumulated in that time. So energy vampires, they are only living for validation. That is point number 1. Point number 2, If you want to spot an energy vampire, those are the individuals. They are usually going to be comfortable around you, uncomfortable around you. So if you're living with one, you could have been a person who is living with a narcissist, psychopath, or sociopath. So you are living in the same vicinity. You will normally realize that those individuals, for some point, they're uncomfortable. They're moving all over the place. You know what I mean? They cannot sit in one place with you. You know what I mean? Because those people, they have got that guilt within them that there's something wrong with them. Even that some of them, they may not really know what is happening. But they have got that thing that something is wrong with them. So most of the times when they're with you, a very beautiful soul, they know you on soul level. They know who you really are. So most of the times you will see them, they're going to be jumping all over the place. They're going to be running around, opening the windows. They're running to the kitchen. They're running to the bathroom. Sometimes if you guys are sitting together with them on a date, you're going to see them every 2 or 3 minutes. They are jumping away from the place and going to the bathroom to check if everything is okay. They're going to check their hair. They are going to check their clothes. They are going to check. Sometimes they're going to look into their phones. Energy vampires are usually uncomfortable around beautiful souls. If you're with a person and you usually recognizing that every 1 or 2 minutes they are running away from you, they are going to the kitchen, they are going to the bathroom, they are going to the toilet, they are going to this, they cannot sit down in one place. Those people, they are restless for some reason. On a very secret level and a spiritual level, they are figuring out a way how to suck your energy. So wherever they are leaving you, they are thinking about, whenever they are away from you, they are thinking about what are they going to do to grab something or to get something out of you. So it's like they need to be away from you for a while and they need to figure out something. So they need to plan their moves accurately and appropriately. The sign number 3 that you're dealing with energy vampires is that those individuals, they do not have boundaries. So most of the times you will see energy vampires, they are overstepping your boundaries. So sometimes they will overdo things or they oversay things. Sometimes you may be with them and sometimes you're a person who is guarded. You know what I mean? You like to protect the people that mean a lot to you. You like to protect your own personal space. But you will see some of the time they're asking you very, very deep things about yourself. Things that you don't want to talk about. You know what I mean? They may be coming around and ask you what happened when you were sleeping with your wife last night. You know what I mean? You might have a person you might be a person, of course, you're married, you have a girlfriend or things like that. They are going to come around and ask you whatever it is you are doing in the bedroom with those kind of guys. So they do not understand that sometimes people have got these little things that are personal to them and they do not want to share with anybody else. So they want always to come around and enter your private life as if it belongs to them. And most of the times when you cannot give them that kind of information or things like that, they are going to become very enraged and very, very uncomfortable. So they will even sometimes call you names. Oh, you think I want to know a lot of stuff about... They have already asked you about your own private and personal stuff. But now that you've refused to give them what it is that they want, they're going to become very furious and enraged because you have refused to feed them with the energy that they're looking for. So a lot of times you're going to see them, they're going to overstep your boundaries. And they want to step into and go very deep into your own private life. And you talk about the things that you usually don't want to share with anybody else, the things that are only private to you. The point number 4 is you're going to notice that the energy vampires, normally they thrive out of chaos. They thrive off of chaos. Now you're going to notice as well that most of the times when you're with these kind of individuals, you will usually see you guys are in a group of people, maybe you're at a party. Now this is the way I was able to catch up with the greater narcissist that I was dealing with. You know what I mean? So I had the chance to see this greater narcissist actually expose herself in that time. So when you're in a group of people, a lot of people, you know, you're at a party, you're at church, or you are in whatever it is, it's an occasion whereby there's a very big group of people. You're going to see in those settings, those energy vampires, they want to actually appear very chaotic in those groups. They are going to make sure that they are noticed in those groups. So whenever you see sometimes, let's say people are fighting. So for example, there's people fighting, there's people arguing, there's people screaming or things like that. They are going to be the first people on the scene. You could be having neighbors, maybe they're having an argument. So sometimes you may hear sometimes the arguments and the voices in your house. You're going to see these energy vampires. They are going to be the very first ones on the scene. Oh, what is that? What exactly is happening out there? They are going to open the door and they will rush to the scene. They want to make sure that they know each and every single detail of the things that are happening. So wherever there is chaos, that is exactly what is actually feeding those kind of individuals. Now the other one I will talk about is you are going to realize when you're dealing with an energy vampire, those are the individuals. They are very restless. They are sleepless. I'll guarantee you guys, ladies and gentlemen, for the most of you guys who've been talking about narcissism again and again, you already know that these narcissists, they will be all over the place in the night. They cannot sleep, they cannot sit down, they cannot rest in one place. They will be jumping from place to place, from kitchen to the bathroom to the balcony. They do not have sleep. They cannot sleep. I do not know why for some reason, but for a very big reason, I believe, in my own experience, that normally these energy vampires, they have got that belief that when they go to sleep, they can never be able to wake up. So that's the reason why you see them, they are not able to sleep. They cannot rest. When you're with them, sometimes you will be sleeping with them and you notice that at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the night, they're already out of the house. They're in the kitchen doing something. They are watching a movie. They're on their phone with their friends and the things like that. So when you're dealing with an energy vampire, be rest assured that those individuals, they're usually having sleepless nights, so they cannot actually rest and sleep. Another one I can talk about is when you're with an energy vampire, you are going to also realize that these individuals, they like and they enjoy to watch horror movies. They like horror movies. They like dark movies. They like movies whereby people are splitting blood, people are shedding blood. You know what I mean? People are being shot, people are being stabbed, and all the things like that. They enjoy that kind of a fuel when they see a lot of people in pain. So even if they're watching movies, if you're with them at home, you might have noticed that they are very much drawn to vampire movies whereby these entities are kind of sucking blood out of people, or sometimes there are these war movies whereby there's a lot of bloodshed. Now, these energy vampires, I've told you guys, they are not energy vampires without a reason. These individuals, they are harboring different types of spirits, and those spirits, normally, whatever it is they have got to watch and is feeding them with that kind of dark energy, that is exactly where they want to be. Because that is where they get their fuel from. People suffering, people dying, people being stabbed, and people going through all sorts of pain. That's the reason why you see, for a lot of you guys who have been dealing with narcissists, you see a lot of these narcissists, whenever you are in pain, you are suffering, they are torturing you, all the things like that. You'll even see some of them, they're going to start making videos. They will be sometimes making pictures of you when you're in pain. They like to see that, when they want to remind themselves all the time that they are so powerful, you know what I mean, to a magnitude that they have brought you to that conclusion, to that point whereby you're feeling that degree of pain. So that is exactly what is feeding these so-called energy vampires. Now, the other one I will talk about is these individuals, energy vampires, they are usually takers and they're not givers. So those are the individuals whereby when you're around them, you will notice that actually they like to take and take and take and take. You know what I mean? But when you look at them on the other side, they are not giving anything in return. The reason why they call them vampires is because they are only there to take whatever it is you've got to offer. So you are going to notice those individuals when you're around them, they are taking a lot from you. You may be a person who is overworking, sometimes even working overtime. It could be your wife or husband or whatever it is. But most of the time you're going to notice them, they want to be in charge of your bank cards. They're going to take your bank cards from you. They're going to take your ATM cards from you. They're going to make sure that they are the ones who are controlling your finances. And most of the times you're going to realize you're actually working for nothing, because most of the money you're working, they're actually taking everything. And on the other hand, they're not giving anything in return. So those individuals as well, they are actually takers. But on the other hand, they're not givers. So they have nothing to offer at the same time. The other thing what I would talk about is those individuals, they like sparking arguments. So they like situations whereby everybody, you know, let's say for example, you guys are sitting somewhere, everybody's quiet, everybody's minding their own business, everybody's having a good time. And then they're going to pick out something that can bring up an argument. Because I've told you guys, these individuals, they thrive off of chaos. So you're going to see sometimes these energy vampires, they are bringing out a subject and they are saying something that you do not want to hear. Now, to give you a very clear example, a lot of you guys who have been dealing with this kind of narcopaths and psychopaths and sociopaths and whatever, you have seen them most of the times. They want to start up an argument. They enjoy it when they do not like that situation whereby everybody is quiet. They're having a good time. They're having a meal. They're having a nice breakfast. There's a party going on and things like that. They are going to usually find a reason to make sure that they bring up an argument, because it is through those arguments that they are feeding. So it is the arguments that are feeding them with that kind of fuel and that energy that they're looking for. So when you are with somebody or someone, and you realize that anytime when there's peace, there's freedom, everybody's happy, everybody's in a good mood or things like that, then one particular individual in those groups, they are starting up a fight. Now, you could have sometimes been with a narcissist at home. You're watching a movie, you're enjoying. It has happened to me most of the times. And you're watching a movie, so you're enjoying yourselves, everything is okay. Then that person is going to bring out a subject or a chapter or a topic that happened to you or you guys did so many years ago. You know what I mean? And you have already forgotten about it. You do not want to talk about it. They are going to bring up that thing, and they are going to make sure that that thing is exactly what you don't want to hear. So the reason why they are bringing it out is because they want to start an argument. They want you to go into some kind of a confrontation with them. So then you're going to start exchanging words. And at the end of the day, you'll be realizing that why have we been arguing in the first place? What was the reason of this topic? What was the reason of this subject? Because it is not making any sense at all. It has happened so many years ago. everybody has forgotten about it, and then they are bringing it out to the surface so many years later. That is because they know on a deep level you do not want to hear about it. So they bring it out so that you can start fighting with them, because it is through that fight and those arguments that they are actually getting a very big chunk of your energy from you. The other thing I want to talk about is that when you're talking about energy vampires, we're also talking about people who are power hungry. Now, when you're talking about power hungry, we're talking about those individuals who are obsessed about power. They very much like to be in power. You know what I mean? Whichever way that power comes to them, it could be they want to take they are hungry to take the leadership positions. A lot of you guys have seen these psychopaths in Africa. They have had to go into revolutions so that they can be able to come into power. So they have staged rebellions, they have staged wars, they have tried to make people believe that actually they are fighting for the people, but most of the times they are only fighting for themselves, because they are hungry to come into power so that they can have overall power of that whole country or that whole situation. So when you're talking about energy vampires, those are the individuals that are extremely power hungry. Whatever they can do to give them a lot of power, that is what they are going to do. You know what I mean? So the other one I'm going to talk about is energy vampires are usually people who like breadcrumbing. So you are not going to get anything from an energy vampire. You may notice sometimes you're giving them, like, let's say $100, and then they're going to wait like a week or two. Then they're going to give you $1 or $2. So those are the individuals who they do not have anything to offer for you. They are always going to give you the least they can do, because the energy vampires, they do not have that program. It is not within their DNA to give you something magnificent or to give you something extraordinary. So they do not know how to give. Even if they try to give you something, especially in the beginning when you have met them, even if they know or they have given you something very big or very major, they know at some point that they are either going to take it from you, or they are going to take something what is double of that thing that they have given you from you. So they are usually, that thing they call it breadcrumbing, whereby you are giving them more and they are giving you less, or sometimes even nothing in return. Then the last one I can talk about is like energy vampires. They like to be the spotlight. When it's like you're in groups, you're in very big groups, they like to take the spotlight. You know what I mean? They want everybody and all attention to be focused on them, because it is giving them a lot of energy. It is giving them a lot of good feelings when they notice that everybody is watching them. You know what I mean? You're in a group. Sometimes I remember as well in one setting, I caught up with this great narcissist. You know what I mean? So we had this very, very big party, very big occasion. It is almost 200 people in the group. Everybody is trying to stay silent, to enjoy, to have fun with themselves and the things like that. Then you are seeing this great narcissists all over the place. They are jumping up and down. They want everybody to recognize them. They want to make sure that they're taking charge of those events. So you may sometimes see them on the wedding or the things like that. They are the guys who are going all over the place. They are asking everybody, what do you need? They are asking everybody, what can we do? What is this? They are all over the place. They like to make sure that they are noticed in very big group settings. You know what I mean? So what you have to know, people, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to energy vampires, those individuals, normally when you are with them, most of the times you are going to realize you are wasted. Your energy is wasted. You cannot even move from one place to another. Those individuals, anytime you interact with them, you entangle with them, you are going to always realize you're losing a very big chunk of your energy. You do not know what has happened. Sometimes they can even, maybe a bonus sign I can say, it's like they can also sometimes get a lot of energy when sometimes you sleep with them. You know what I mean? Most of the time when you sleep with them, you're going to notice for some reason all your energy is finished. If you have had sex with an energy vampire, I can guarantee you guys, those individuals, if you're a man out there, they have just taken a very big chunk of your life force. It's the reason why I've told you guys always in my videos, you have got to make sure that you know exactly those people that you're sleeping with, because a lot of times those individuals, they are only coming around to suck your energy out of you. So that being said, guys, of course, if there's something that I've not mentioned in this video, you can always let it be known in the comment section below. Let us know what is your views and which way can you spot energy vampires. Let us know in the comment in the section below. And until then, guys, it's been lovely to have you guys on board. You may always book a session with me, whether you want to talk about narcissistic abuse, whether you want to talk about spirituality, whether you want to talk about self and personal development. We can talk about anything. All the links you need, you will find them in the description section below. And for the most of you guys who want to donate and support my channel, you will still find the links you need, PayPal and Cashapp. Everything is in the description section below. And until then, it's been a blessing, and it's been lovely to have you guys on board. Much love and blessings. There's more signing out, and I'll catch you in my next one. Peace.